For those of you who watch my videos, know that I have a short fuse with white Hollywood or black Hollywood when it comes down to certain images and things of that nature. Everybody was saying Chris shouldn't boycott. He'd go. We want to see Chris Rock. People wasn't going to see Chris Rock talk about the what's going on with the people complaining about not enough black being nominated and whatnot. They just wanted to see Chris Rock go do some comedy because white folks like Chris Rock comedy more than most, because he has a way of skewing black folk without brothers and sisters really realizing until after they gone back and watched it or listened closely. And he did the same thing tonight. I'm not impressed. Now y'all know normally I don't watch these award shows like this because so much black talent out there is being marginalized or talent is being manipulated or stolen. And what I'm gonna do is play his monologue. I want you to listen very closely how he stutter over certain things because it seems like he's afraid. That people will say, well, Harvey, he's just nervous. He's a stand-up comic. This is his bread and butter. He cracked on more black folk in his open monologue and anything and made a dig at Jada. Now, I got my issues with Jada being angry about her husband not because it is self-serving. But Chris, and I said this before, Chris has selective blackness. 1 minute he's down, the next minute he's throwing us under the bus. He only came up, there's black people, this niggas thing, and people say he regretted that, but I don't think so. I want you to listen to his monologue real close, folks, because I want to say, Harvey, you misinterpreted what he said, because I know exactly what he said. And they panned to the audience, and he made one comment about police shootings, and the audience groaned. And I want you to listen. If you haven't seen it, listen to this. Everything else they thought was hilarious. When he said something, well, let me play it. You'll understand what I'm talking about.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome your host, Chris Rock.
Thank you. Woo! Man, I counted at least 15 black people on that montage. Hey! Well, I'm here at the Academy Awards, otherwise known as the White People's Choice Awards. You realize if they nominated host, I wouldn't even get this job. So y'all be watching Neil Patrick Harris right now. But here's the crazy thing. This is the wildest, craziest Oscars to ever host because we got all this controversy. No black nominees, and people are like, Chris, you should boycott. Chris, you should quit. You should quit. How come there's only unemployed people that tell you to quit something,
Now, right there, he said, "How's it unemployed people?" So you're saying that the black people that said you should host it because out of principle, out of solidarity, is that they're unemployed. Now, the people that this what gets me about black Hollywood, about black folks in general. Now, I think there's more important things to boycott than the Academy because 20 years ago, Reverend Jackson and boycotted, and black Hollywood didn't stand with them. And every now and then they throw a few crumbs out here for us and whatnot. But we know that Jada was self-serving. But you would think that some of the blacks that is in the audience, Whoopi Goldberg, Kevin Hart, John Legend, and them, and Chris Rock would say, I can understand why some of our brothers and sisters are kind of perturbed by it or insulted by it, because at first I would have said, Chris, do it. Go and do the hosting duties. But when I saw Academy members come out and start talking about I'm not racist and whatnot, and nobody directly accused you. We said it's an element of racism in the nomination of how they view movies and stuff, how the studios are ran. I guess we forgot about the Sony link when here at Sony and they was talking about Denzel and Will and Kevin Hart and whatnot. I guess we forgot how Lee Daniels basically said that the studios said Monique need to get her shit together. She need to know how to shut the fuck up. I guess we forget about that, but he said unemployed. That's not funny. Unemployed people, what you? I mean, come on, Chris. Now that's one I noticed he made towards the black community. That's one. Now I want y'all to understand this. I'm not making this shit up. That's one thing that rubbed me the wrong way. But let's listen to what else he said.
I want a job ever tells you to quit. So I thought about quitting. I thought about it real hard. But I realized they're gonna have the Oscars anyway. They're not gonna cancel the Oscars because I quit. You know? And the last thing I need is to lose another job to Kevin Hart. Okay?
That's number two. Now y'all gonna say, well, Harvey, you only said because Kevin Hart's working. Why are you making reference to black folk in your monologue? Why do you say something about quitting than Kevin Hart? Because white folks have been saying Kevin Hart got overexposure. If y'all been listening lately, people been complaining about why is Kevin Hart in all these movies and stuff. They never said that about Will Ferrell or Jim Carrey or any of these white stars popping up in all these damn movies. That's number two. And Kevin Hart, he got the camera. He laughed, he clapped, and he.
I don't need that. Kev right there. Kev make movies fast. Every month. Porno stars don't make movies that fast. Now, the thing is, why are we protesting? That's the big question. Why this Oscars? Why this Oscars? You know, it's the 88th Academy Awards. It's the 88th Academy Awards, which means this whole no black nominees thing has happened at least 71 other times. Okay? You gotta figure that it happened in the 50s, in the 60s. You know, in the 60s, one of those years, Sydney didn't put out a movie. I'm sure there were no black nominees some of those years, say 62 or 63, and black people did not protest. Why? Because we had real things to protest at the time.
And you already said we had real things to protest at the time. That's dig number three. Saying that this is silly. Now, I know y'all say, but you just said we have more important things. I'm not going to go out there and protest for rich black folk who don't have nothing to do with everyday common black folk. That's what I mean. 20 years ago, yeah, I would say let's protest the fuck out of it because you get tired of seeing these shows with the same faces and then pretend like our dollars don't mean anything. But since we don't boycott shit like we supposed to, that's why Hollywood feel they do what the fuck they do. But this is dig number three. Now y'all gonna say, well, Harvey, he's doing this to make a point. No, listen to it. I want y'all to really think about this. So when y'all go back and listen to this video, I want y'all to listen very closely, and you'll see, you'll hear what I'm hearing. You say, okay, I get it now. You're making a point throwing your own. He's throwing his own people under the bus.
Too busy being raped and lynched to care about who won best cinematographer. You know, when your grandmother's swinging from a tree, it's really hard to care about best documentary foreign short. But what happened this year?
Now, I don't think that's funny when you make jokes about somebody being lynched. Now, maybe I lost my sense of humor. But see, this is why I've never been a fan of Chris Rock, because he makes jokes at our expense. See, a lot of us see a black face and we're like, he doing it, she doing it. And so far, it seems like he's throwing the black community and black Hollywood under the bus. Now, if you think I'm exaggerating, listen a little bit more of this.
What happened? People went mad, you know? Spike got mad.
Now, why do you use Spike first? Spike wasn't the first one. I keep telling you, everybody want to throw Spike out there. Spike was not the first one to say anything. Matter of fact, Spike wasn't the loudest one saying anything. Jada the one that kicked this all off. Then her husband came behind us. Spike just said, him and his wife said, we can't go. Even when Spike got that honorary Oscar back in November or October, when Denzel gave it to him, he said Hollywood need to be more diverse. He Spike been yelling this for 30 years, damn near. But why did Chris throw Spike name out there first? Because he's a lightning rod. I keep telling y'all, this is why I got issue with Black Hollywood. This is why y'all never hear me say, oh, Chris Rock is funny than motherfucker. No. Bernie Mac was funny. Let me remind that again.
But people went mad. You know, Spike got mad and Sharpton got mad.
He knows he said Sharpton. Now, yeah, Sharpton leading protest, but why would you lead with those two names instead of leading with the actual person that kicked it off? Check this out.
Jada went mad and Will went mad. Everybody went mad. You know, it's quite like Jada got mad. Jada says she's not coming. Protesting. I'm like, it's on a TV show. Jada's gonna boycott the Oscars. Jada boycotting the Oscars is like me boycotting Rihanna's panties.
And he made a dig at Jada. And he made a dig at Rihanna, like basically calling Rihanna a whore. Now, I know y'all said, Harvey, you've criticized her. Yeah. But see, he's doing this in mixed company. He's doing it to a predominantly white audience. Let me go back and rewind that for you guys so you can hear this. This is why y'all never hear me praise Chris Rock. I've been more critical. It's like when he did that documentary about hair. And he did in the comic way. I never felt good about that documentary. I think he was making fun of black women more so. Even though it was some points made in there about our sister's spitting habits, certain things you just shouldn't do and say in mixed company. He said, isn't Jada on TV? But Jada works in TV and Chris knows that there are black people that work in TV and movies because Hollywood, they don't support black movie stars or actors like that. So they had to go back and forth. That's why Taraji can be on a TV show 1 minute, then do a movie the next minute. This is why Idris Elba can do a TV show, then do a movie the next minute. Only ones that don't have to run back to do TV shows is Denzel Washington and Will Smith. It could be a few others, or Kevin Hart now. But I can't. Female wise, who can go back and forth, or who don't have to go back and forth? If y'all gotta ask him that for me, but still, let me go back. He made a crack at Jada, and
Jada went mad, and Will went mad. Everybody went mad. You know, it's quite like Jada got mad. Jada says she's not coming. Protesting. I'm like, it's on a TV show. Jada's gonna boycott the Oscars. Jada boycotting the Oscars is like me boycotting Rihanna's panties. I wasn't invited.
Now they cheer for that because you called Rihanna a whore. Now this is now look, whatever I think. See, this is what I'm talking about. Whatever criticisms I have about Black Hollywood, I would never sit in front of a crowd like that and throw my people on the bus. So far, this was that he didn't diss the black community from the start of the show. Now let's go a little bit further with this.
Oh, that's not an invitation I would turn down. But I understand. I'm not hating. I understand you're mad. Jay's mad. Her man, Will, was not nominated for Concussion. I get it. Tell the truth. I get it. You get mad. So that it's not fair that Will was this good and didn't get nominated. Yeah, you're right. It's also not fair that Will was paid $20 million for Wild Wild West. Okay.
So far, see, this is why when Chris was complaining about the police pull him over, you know, I make a bunch of videos talking about that because this motherfucker he does this. He throws own people on the bus at the behest of white folk. That's why white folks say Chris shouldn't boycott. He should just do it and come out there and skewer. He gonna tell some jokes. And they gonna laugh, and everybody in the audience is eating this shit. He's laughing.
Things, you know, this year the Oscars, things are gonna be a little different. saying things are going to be a little different at the Oscars. This year, in the in memoriam package, is just going to be black people that were shot by the cops on their way to the movies.
Now notice that he get that loud laugh. They went, ooh, yeah. But that's something that happens in this country. Black folks actually get shot down by police officers. Notice that reaction? Hollywood ain't liberal. Case in point, ask Mr. Cosby that, how liberal Hollywood is when it comes down to accusing people of things. Now, they was laughing at all the other jokes. They still making Wild Wild West reference. That movie came out, what was that? 99, 2000, around that time? 98, 99, around that time? We're 2016. You still talking about that? Really? And then you heard them rewind again. You listen to the groans from the crowd.
This thing, things are going to be a little different at the Oscars. This year, in the in memoriam package, is just going to be black people that were shot by the cops on their way to the movies.
That's that first time the camera go on. Come on. They didn't laugh at that.
Yes, I said it. All right. Hey, if you want black nominees every year, you need to just have black categories. That's what you need. You need to have black categories. You already do it with men and women. Think about it. There's no real reason for there to be a man and a woman category in acting. It's not, come on. There's no reason. It's not track and field. You don't have to separate them. You know, Robert De Niro's never said, I better slow this acting down so Meryl Streep can catch up. No. Not at all, man. If you want black people every year at the Oscars, just have black categories like Best Black Friend. That's right. And the winner for the 18th year in a row is Wanda Sykes. This is Wanda's 18th Black Oscar. But here's the real question. The real question everybody wants to know. Everybody wants to know in the world, is Hollywood racist? Is Hollywood racist? You know, that's a, you know, you gotta go at that the right way. Is it Burning Cross racist? No. Is it Fetch Me Some Lemonade racist? No. It's a different type of racist. Now, I remember one night I was at a fundraiser for President Obama. Ryan, you were there. And, you know, it's me and all of Hollywood. And all the, you know, it's all of us there. And there's about 4 black people there. Me, let's see, Quincy Jones, Russell Simmons, Questlove. You know, the usual suspects, right? And every black actor that wasn't working. Needless to say, Kev Hart was not there, okay? So, at some point, you get to take a picture with the president, you know? And as they're setting up the picture, you get like a little moment with the president. I'm like, Mr. President, you see all these writers and producers and actors, they don't hire black people. And they're the nicest white people on earth. They're liberals. Jeez. That's right. Is Hollywood racist? You're damn right Hollywood's racist. But it ain't that racist that you've grown accustomed to. Hollywood is sorority racist. It's like, we like you, Rhonda, but you're not a Kappa. That's how Hollywood is, yeah?
It wasn't funny, he was being disingenuous. Hollywood is racist like every other business and entity in the world. Hollywood promote the images of black folk that people digest around the world. Hollywood encompasses not just movies and television, but the music industry, fashion, even how politics are affected in Hollywood. It's sorority racist. Really? Really? Come on, you know what? He got to get his next acting job. That's why.
Things are changing. Things are changing. Yeah, we got a Black Rocky this year. Yeah, some people call it Creed. I call it Black Rocky. And that's an unbelievable statement. I mean, because Rocky takes place in a world where white athletes are as good as black athletes. So Rocky's a science fiction movie. There's things that happen in Star Wars that are more believable than things that happen in Rocky, okay? But hey, we're here to honor actors. We're here to honor actors. We're here to honor film, you know. But there's a lot of snubs, but one of the biggest snubs no one's talking about. My favorite actor in the world is Paul Giamatti. Paul Giamatti, I believe, is the greatest actor in the world. Think about what Paul Giamatti has done in the last couple of years. Last year, he's in 12 Years a Slave, hates black people. This year, he's in Straight Outta Compton, loves black people. Last year, he's whooping Lupita. This year, he's crying at Eazy-E's funeral. Now, that's range. And Ben Affleck can't do that. But what I'm trying to say is, you know, it's not about what kind of anything. It's just, we want opportunity. We want the black actors to get the same opportunities. And white actors, that's it, you know? Just, you know, not just once. You know, Leo gets a great part every year. And everybody, all you guys get great parts all the time. But what about the black actors? What about Jamie Foxx? Jamie Foxx is one of the best actors in the world, man. Jamie Foxx, Jamie Foxx was so good in Ray that they went to the hospital and unplugged the real Ray Charles.
Not funny.
It's like, we don't need two of these. No, man. But the big thing, you know, is that everything's not about race, man. Another big thing tonight is you're not allowed, somebody told me this, you're not allowed to ask women what they're wearing anymore. It's the whole thing, you know, ask her more. You have to ask her more. Now, you know, it's like, you ask the men more. Hey, everything's not sexism. Everything's not racism. They ask the men more because the men are all...
Now, you see how slick he was? He wanted to say everything's not racism. So he used the sexism to say everything's not sexism. It's not race. That was slick. So he instead of just come out saying everything's not racism, telling black folk, come the fuck down. Now you notice they laughed at the joke about the swinging from the tree, the grandmother swinging from the tree. Said something about the cops. First clapped and laughed. Then they said something about Ray Charles being unplugged. They laughed. Now, this whole monologue so far has been at the expense of black folk. Now, those of you out here that constantly defend black Hollywood, people like Chris Rock and them, don't y'all get it? Black men, black women of America, we're the fucking laughing stock, and we got our own people doing it. These are the Negroes that want to sit at Master's table and say, Master, I crack jokes and put them in check. Them niggas too dumb to realize I'm cracking on them. So far, his open monologue has been at the expense of black people.
Wearing the same outfits, okay? Every guy is wearing the exact same thing. You know, George Clooney showed up with a lime green tux on and a swan coming out his ass. Somebody would go, what you wearing, George? Hey, welcome to the 88th Oscars! Academy Awards! Yes! Thank you! You want diversity? We got diversity! Please welcome Emily Blunt and somebody whiter, Charisse Theron!
Now let me say this right now. I don't think this is funny. Now I'm not gonna watch. I'm gonna actually find something else to watch on TV, and I might glance in and I might look at some where people might talk on online. But I'm gonna be honest with you, brothers and sisters. We gotta pick our battles. You know, I don't think the Oscars this year is the time for us to go after the Oscars. You need to go after Hollywood, the studios, the distribution, the companies that advertise. There's a lot of things you can do. But the thing is, Chris made the crack at black folks' expense to make jokes, to make white folks feel uncomfortable. Because y'all thought he was going to come out and tear it up. He was going to be black. No. Now, there may be people who disagree with me. Fine. I have no problem with that. But I didn't expect it, but I said, let me give him the benefit of the doubt. And he did what I thought he was going to do. All his jokes is aimed at black folk. This is why I've never been a fan of Chris Rock, because he does it in a voice. He laughs at it, but he's actually criticizing his own people. That's why white folks love the fuck out of him. That's why he complain about getting pulled over. You got rich person's problem. You pissed off, kind of cocky, and you don't recognize you as Chris Rock. Try being an everyday brother or sister riding down the road and blue and red lights behind you. Then you got problems. Yeah, I criticized Jada. I said, but you heard Chris say, be truthful about it. You mad at your husband. Why would he say something like that? But see, I thought about it. I said, Chris, he wants to keep getting jobs. Whoopi Goldberg, fat ass, stuffed in a dress, laughing and shit. She was the one, let alone Quincy Jones, old coon ass, and arrested him 20 years ago, telling black folks you ain't got nothing to complain about. This is why I keep telling y'all, there's some brothers and sisters out here I can't defend, and we need to know our history a little bit more about who's who and what's what. Because apparently Kevin Hart still went there. He ain't getting none of that shit, but he still went to the academy. So it tells you John Legend there with his wife Christy Teigen. Chadwick Boseman is still there. And I noticed they was cutting to the black faces in the audience. Cuba Gooding Jr. said on the video he was going. Now my thing is, if your brothers and sisters, even if you don't agree with them, you put up a united front. White folks don't always agree with each other, but they never going to show each other up. Even if I think that Jada was self-serving in her critique of critique of the Oscars nominations and stuff, I would never sit like there and say, okay, I'm still going to go to the Academy. I'm still going to support my people. That's what we haven't learned. Chris would have got more respect and said, you know what, I'm not going somewhere when we're not wanted. But like I said, it's a little nuance, but his opening monologue is at the expense of black folk. Like I said, I'm curious. I'm not gonna lie. I'm curious. I'm gonna fast forward. Let me see if we got anything else with him saying anything about. Because I'm really curious. Let me see.
As you know, for the second year in a row, all the acting nominees are white. But worse than that, if you're a black actor, just getting the opportunity to be in a movie can be a struggle. Let's take a look. What are you doing?
Sorry.
You're Joy.
I'm Joy.
Go. It's not rocket science. It's a mop. Just say something.
Sorry, these lights are so bright.
I'm not telling her to say something about the mop. Talk about the mop. Say something. Maybe one day they'll make a movie about a skinny white lady who invented the mop. Of course, a black girl would have to invent the cure to cancer before they even give her a TV movie. Oh my God. But hey, I'm not mad. Because I know how to play the game. Joy. My agent called you twice, and I called you 16 times. You should have called me back. Look at me. A fat thespian starring in his first career. I'm a Danish girl. These Danishes is good.
Oh my God.
Nailed it.
my God.
Should we get him? Yeah, you should get me.
Don't worry, Black Astronaut. We will.
It costs $2,500.
Ooh, that's a lot. Can we just leave?
Guys, I can hear you. I'm right here.
Hi.
Yeah, maybe PR problems here.
I'll tell you what's a PR problem. Spending $2,500 white dollars to save one black astronaut. We'll all be out of jobs. What? White dollars?
Yeah, but I don't really see a black astronaut. Do you see a black astronaut here?
I don't see a black astronaut.
A black astronaut's here.
I'm right here. Oh, good. You want to get lunch?
Ooh, yeah. What about some pho?
I haven't eaten since June. Hey, where you going? See, told you they weren't gonna bring you back. Hey, Moppy, could you help me? Kiss my ass. No! It's hard to get a job, and that's the drop out there for black actors. But let me tell you some good news. The Academy is taking steps to fix this problem, and that is why it is my honor to introduce the new director of our Minority Outreach Program. Please welcome Miss Stacey Dash.
I cannot wait to help my people out. Happy Black History Month. Thank you.
Hey!
Really?
Not enough about black people. Let's bring on Sarah Silverman.
Oh my God, that was painful. And you brought Stacey Dash out?
I'm here to introduce the first of tonight's...
You brought Stacey Dash out? You did a skit where Tracy Morgan puts on a damn dress? Oh my God, dog. Oh. See, I can't watch some more of this shit. Look, folks, I feel like I lost like 20 brain cells or something. You know, I just got dumber. You brought Stacey Dash out, who made fun or mockery of black folks complaining about boy. I thought it was a joke. It got quiet up in there. And she said, Happy Black History Month. Because she made mockery of Black History Month. We don't need Black History Month. Really, Chris? This is what you came up with? You went and got her? They're actually making fun of black folk. Boy, I tell you, man, Chris Rock and Whoopi Goldberg and Tracy Morgan, the old girl from Saturday Night Live, the one they brought in, the one supposed to be the new Ghostbusters, and Stacey Dash, they making mockery of our people. This shit ain't funny.